Obviously, a very big week coming up for soccer in Canada. Brad Humber is with the Red Patch Boys, diehard fan of TFC. Brad, what are you expecting? I mean, this is a big deal, the World Cup.
It's a huge deal, and we can't be, as Canadians, more excited to have the biggest sporting event in the world come to our country in 4 years' time. The last time it was in this kind of area was in '94, obviously, with the USA '94 World Cup. But now it's going to be in our own backyard, and honestly, the excitement is palpable to seeing what was happening in this year's World Cup qualifying for the World Cup in 2022 that's coming up in just a few months' time in Qatar. You saw from the beginning of qualifying in Toronto where we had pandemic measures and we had other things that wouldn't allow for a full stadium to the final game versus Jamaica, where we had a packed stadium of 30,000 people just trying to get in, and tickets selling out within little minutes. You can see that this country's ready for a big party in 4 years' time.
Now, for just about every TFC game, your group, and there are others as well, but your group is especially vocal. Your fans are very engaged. What kind of conversations have you been having leading up to, FIFA landing in North America?
I mean, as our group, we're the most passionate of with all the other groups, supporters in the south end of BMO Field. And what we want to do is we want to engage with also the Voyageurs, which is the main supporters group of Canada Soccer. For Canadian soccer supporters in this country. We have a supporters group designated to our nation, and that's called the Voyageurs. And so what we have been doing is working with the leadership with them, and making sure that we can get tickets within supporters sections to helping out with flags and donations and those kind of things, to make sure that we have a section in BMO Field that is palpable to what you would see at a TFC game, and getting that up for our national team as well.
It's also going to bring some changes to BMO Field, because FIFA has to have a certain number of seats in the stadium. Do you think that once the stadium, or if the stadium goes up to 40,000, does it stay that way? Does it become a permanent fixture?
The next 4 years is really going to tell, what the demand is for MLS soccer in this country, and also, in America as well. You can see that Toronto has invested a huge amount of money in an international superstar in Italian Lorenzo Insigne, who's coming over as a designated player, and the biggest signing in money-wise, salary-wise, in MLS history. So you can almost see that, the front office of Toronto FC is going, hey, we got a World Cup coming here in 4 years. We got to get, even casual soccer fans who might not follow MLS, but follow the international game, and know that, we have a European Cup winner in Lorenzo Insigne coming to BMO Field, and going to be here for the next 4 years. It only goes to say, hey, within the next 4 years, there might be bigger and even better players that they sign, and that may drive up season tickets. And if that drives up season tickets, then maybe a 40,000 seat stadium is feasible for this club in 4 years' time.
Last quick question. Even when there's a World Cup anywhere else in the world, the excitement in Toronto and the different neighborhoods, I mean, you can feel it. What do you think it would do long term for the sport in Toronto?
I think in Toronto, if you look at it, like you said, there's different pockets of support for different countries, or backgrounds. You have little Portugal, little Italy. You have the Danforth for Greece, and then I think for what it can do for Canada is that it can actually get more people to not just be on where their background is from, but also be where they're actually from, and that being in Canada. And hopefully, that would signify going further that, people would pay more attention to the Canadian national team, both men's and women's.
Definitely a very big week for soccer in the country and in Toronto. Brad Humber from the Red Patch Boys, wearing his red. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.